Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ify Artistry. If this is your first time seeing my videos, you are highly welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming here. Okay guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be glamming up my gorgeous client. So I'm going to be doing her makeup. I first of all started with cleaning her face, which is the first thing we do in makeup. You have to clean the face, you have to clean the canvas you are working with, which is the face. You can't work on a dirty canvas. You have to be careful with cleaning, remove every hidden dirt, clean out everywhere, especially the under eyes, every part of the face that needs cleaning, just like clean out the lips and everything, especially when the person has an acne skin, so after cleaning the face, the next thing I do is to dry it up before you go to the next stage. So after dry it, I go ahead with moisturizing her skin. I am using the Embroylisse moisturizer. I'm going to be moisturizing the skin, and with that, I place it generously on her face, also making sure that I place it under the eyes, because under the eyes needs a lot more hydration, so I place that, especially she has an acne skin, acne prone skin. And so one good thing you can do for any face with acne, just to make sure you moisturize that face. It needs hydration. So when you give the skin enough hydration that it needs, it's going to produce all you do, but it's going to take a while before the oils will start coming out. So after that, I'm using my elf primer. So I'm priming her face with the elf primer. Sorry I didn't show that on the video, but yeah, that's the next thing I did. So after moisturizing, I used my primer on her face. So you have to make sure that you blend every product into the skin before you move on to the next one. So you have to quietly and easily, you can see how I'm blending to make sure that everything sinks into the skin. So I'm blending. You know how I apply quite amount of moisturizer. So when you are done with that and you apply the next product, there's possibility that it might crack, but your application and your blend, you have to make sure you blend it very well. Don't just leave it like that and go. So after that, I go ahead and sprayed on her face with my Kiss Beauty setting spray, just to get her face ready. So after that, the next thing I did is to add my foundation. So I used the Nars foundation because she has this acne face. She have a lot of pimples on her face, so I'm making sure that I'm going to be using a lightweight foundation on her. You can see the foundation is just very soft and creamy, because I'm going to use that creamy based foundation. I use the Nars foundation and the L'Oreal Mash. I mix the both together because I don't want when you use lightweight foundation on the person's face, it's not going to be too heavy. She doesn't need anything that is heavy. So after the mixture is a little bit darker than her skin, you can see that. So I had to add a lighter shade of concealer, just to brighten the whole thing up at the end of the day. So I'm using the Nuban Beauty concealer in the shade 043, which could have actually been the her exact concealer shade. If you look at her skin, you know that this concealer should be the best. Had it been I used her exact foundation shade. So after that, I actually added a little bit of Tarte concealer. Okay, so then I begin to blend it out. You can see how Tarte concealer is a very good product. It's just blending in. So first of all, I'm blending in the Tarte concealer, which is the one that is closer to her foundation. So blending that out, everything just blending in so well. So one thing that you have to know is your blending. You have to blend in very well. It's very, very important. So after that, I'm equally blending the concealers I have on her forehead, on her nose bridge, and everywhere that I highlighted. I'm just going to blend those concealers in those places. Okay guys, so yeah, that is one thing. So after that, I mixed my my foundation again. I added just a little bit of touch, and then I begin to use that to conceal. I don't want to add something that is way too dark for contouring, because you already know that the foundation is darker than her skin. So I'm already going to tone that up. I cannot come and start using a darker shade again for contour, because like her contour, this should be the shade of her contour to start with. It shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be something else. Yeah, so it shouldn't be darker than this, the contour. So I'm making sure that I'm just like, I'm not adding too much anymore of darker shade. So after that, I'm using the Colouredraine. Like I've so much fallen in love with this Colouredraine um blush. It feels so good. So somehow, I don't know, I want to ask you guys, I don't know if how many of you that will be paying attention to this video. Yeah, but I want to ask. So sometimes when I explain about my makeup looks, I explain to you guys the reason why I do some things that I do. Like when I say, okay, yeah, I added this shade, I want to do it this way because of this. I don't know if you guys really like that, or do you feel like I'm talking too much? If you feel like I'm talking too much, just tell me, like, no hard feelings. I'm going to like just like go straight to the point without like explaining or saying the reason why I do some things that I do. But I do feel like when I explain to you guys the reason why I do things, you will understand better why, because that is how I learn actually. So that's why I'm explaining this way. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to be blending in my I'm going to be blending in the remaining concealer under her eyes and on her face. Like every place there is concealer, I'm just going to go ahead and just blend them in now. You know, like after blending it, and I get it ready to like to bake, and you know, to yeah, I get ready to set the under eyes basically with my setting powder. So my client equally has a very nice face structure. Like I just love her face structure so well. It structures so well, like, you know. So when I did her makeup, like she looked at her face, she was so happy. And when I was doing her friend, because they were two, so I told her friend, oh, you have a very nice skin. She's like, you didn't tell me I have a nice skin. I'm like, oh no, you have a very beautiful skin, because like her face structure, even though she have acne, like it's so good. Like she looks so beautiful. So I'm actually setting the face with the Nuban with Merak Cosmetics setting powder. You can see that in the shade Nubia, in the shade Cinnamon. Me and Nubia. So I'm setting the face with Merak Cosmetics setting powder in the shade Cinnamon. So yeah, I don't like the under eyes being too shouty when it comes to like a chocolate skin. Like I want something that is so subtle. Like I don't know if you guys noticed recently, I love it when my makeup is just so amazing and subtle. I don't like something that is too out there and everything. It looks so good. Yeah, so I'm setting the face with that, and yeah, that is it. So after that, I'm equally doing the same thing on her forehead, you know, like I'm setting that and everything. I have to set the highlighted area. So after that, I'm going to be using my Milani compact powder to push it in, just to push in the everything I've done on her face, like equally to brighten that place. Like now that I'm even looking at this face, like I'm falling in love with everything. Like it looks so nice. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Her face is just so good. You know, it's always good, like when you do makeup, not just on the person that is, you know, have a very nice skin. Yeah, the person has to have a nice skin, but equally the face structure matters a lot. When the person has a very nice face structure, when you are doing the makeup, it's going to be coming together. Like the person don't have to be like Queen Elizabeth, but like her face structure is so perfect that, you know, when you do makeup on it, it just sits and come out. So I love that so much about her face as well. So I'm going ahead to like set the rest of the face. So what I'm doing now is not just like trying to get the her skin tone. I'm trying to brighten up the down line, the oh no, I forgot what it's called. The down highlight, or what, oh god, it's not the down light, I be low light. I think it's the low light. Yeah, I'm trying to brighten that place up. Yeah, so and then I'm equally contouring the face using my Milani powder. I'm using I'm doing the powder contour, so just to, you know, like add that warmthness. That's what I need on the contour. I don't need it to be too shouty or anything. I just need the warmthness. That is it. That is like just like a bronzer. I just need to bronze that face a little bit, and that is it. I don't want anything that is too shouty or too dark. I just need something that is subtle. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm equally going to be contouring the nose, the nose bridge, just to give it the subtle nature as well, the bronze effect. I don't want something that is too dark, like I always say. So after that, I get my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray to spray on the face. I just wanted to make sure that I have locked in everything I did, because like at this point, this skin work looks so nice. You can bear me witness, like it looks amazing. So I have to go ahead and lock it in. You can see it looks nice. So I lock it in, and then I went over to the brows. So I'm going to be using the brow gel, the brow tamer. That is, I use the wax, my brow wax to do that. So I tame down the hairs and then set it with my powder, and then I'm moving ahead to outline my brows. I'm using my brow gel from Nubia. I'm using my brow gel from Hegai and Esther in the shade Nubia. So I'm using that to outline her brows, like you can see. So definitely, if you know the shade, if you know the brand, you know that Nubia cannot be this dark. So I mix it with a gel liner. Yeah, so I do that mixing to get the person's exact, like at least the color that should be nice. I don't want it to be too dark. I don't want it to be too light that people will not see the brows. Like at least the outline should be pronounced. And then, before we now go ahead with any other thing. So that is what I did basically. So I outlined the brows, and now I'm just outlining basically. So, and my client is going for her graduation actually. So, and this morning they have like the morning session. I'm trying to make sure that I'm done on time so that they can leave. Considering the fact that I have other people that I have to do makeup on that day, so like it was a lot of people that I have to work on. So I'm trying my best to make sure I get everything right and everybody's set. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm just I'm just filling out the brows with my pencil, Davis pencil 003. I'm filling it out and filling it in and out, anyone. So I'm filling it out and then just making strokes. I'm not shading. I don't like shading brows. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. I only shade towards the end. You can see me I picked my mixture that I use in outlining. I use it to shade the tip of the brows, because see, that side can be a little bit filled up. But you see, beginning of the brows, please don't make it too full. Nobody's brows is thick from the beginning. It's always towards the end that you can see it's thick. So after that, I use the same concealer that I used under the eyes. So that is one thing I do. The concealers I use in highlighting the face, that is mostly the concealer I use now in concealing the brows. Like just use the bright shade that I placed in the inner part of the brows, in the inner part of her under eyes. Like use that on her brows as well. That is what I basically do now. I use the same concealer, especially when I don't want to like keep doing back and forth with products and stuff. Like I just use the same thing and like it works. So after that, I'm concealing actually. My angled brush is from Merak, one of the best angled brush I've ever used. Yeah, flat brush. This is not an angled brush. They have angled brush, but I mostly use it in outlining the brows. So that's the one I use for outlining, but their flat brush is what I use in concealing the brows. I hope you get the difference. Okay guys, so that is it basically. I'm just like concealing, and I love the shape of the brows. Sometimes I used to wonder when I'm at the heat of the moment, I'll be like, will I even be able to get this brows the way I want it now? But like, yeah, because when this rushing is not always so easy. Like you have to be doing a lot of things at the same time, trying to get things right, trying to get things done and all that. So I get it. It's not always like easy. Yeah. one of the reason why I feel like some things will be a little bit difficult for me now is the fact because I'm working alone. So I'm used to, I have been used to having assistants a lot. I don't think I can ever stop saying that. Like I was already used to that. Having, how you are, maybe you are sucking, you are taking like morning tea every morning, and one day you're just taking your tea and they come and carry it. That's how I feel. I feel like they just removed it from my mouth. But anywho, it's fine. It's okay. I'm adjusting already, so why not? Okay, guys. So after that, I'm going to be setting the brow bone with my powder. This is the Milani Compact powder. I'm just setting the brow bone with that. Trying to remove every oil from the brows. And after that, I go ahead and bake. Just baking with my with the same powder, the same setting powder is still in the shade Nubia, because like of course this is Nubia. I'm still using that same setting powder to set the, just to bake, to catch fallout. It's not even like anything serious. So one of the reasons why I have to do this, because remember that we are trying to brighten the the face. But at this point, I feel like I've corrected anything that needs to be corrected. If you can, you can bear me witness. I've corrected anything that is missing, because the face is now matching with her skin. So that's one thing with me. Even if there is a mistake in the mixture of anything, I should already know, oh yeah, this is where it's wrong, if it's the undertone or if it's the shade. Because you have to always find out, is it coming from the undertone or is it coming from the shade? If it's her skin shade, is it not matching or the undertone is wrong? So when you find out the difference, just find a powder that can correct that and correct yourself. So moving on, I use the my eyeshadow primer. That is the Benign Clean White eyeshadow base. I applied it on her face, and then I'm moving ahead to transition on her face. So I'm adding my transition colors from my eyeshadow palette. I'm transitioning. So guys, sometimes when I do my voiceover and I'm thinking of what to say, please don't be offended, because it's 3:21 a.m. Yeah, so that's mostly the time I have chance to do this voiceover. And when I'm doing the voiceover is not my friend. I hope you know that. It's not my friend at all. If voiceover, I'm just trying to is long. So sometimes somebody don't feel like that's good to do it. So sometimes oh god, when I do that, it's not always easy. But anyhow, moving on, I'm equally placing this dark shade colors from my palette. So one thing that I've decided to do is to start creating eyeshadow looks for you guys. I'm going to be doing that a lot now. I'll be creating amazing eyeshadow looks. I'll be showing you guys everything I use for creating my eyeshadows, because I do feel like it's always a hassle for me when I'm doing somebody's makeup. I can't always be showing you guys every shade I'm picking, especially when I'm rushing. I won't be able to do that. So I have decided to be creating or recreating every eyeshadow look I do. So just expect that on my channel. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm going to be, I'm just placing the main eyeshadow color just from my eyeshadow palette, this shade, and because I just said it, I used to be very dramatic when it comes to the eyes, because tell me why I'm placing pigments inside this eyeshadow. I don't see a reason why I'm placing pigments inside this eyeshadow. It's matte already. I could have just leave it matte, but will I? No, I won't. I begin to apply pigment on it, which I don't know why I'm actually putting the pigment. I honestly don't know why. This eyeshadow could have just been better matte without the pigments. I don't know why I'm adding pigment on it. So sometimes being creative is something that I always love. I don't know. And when I finish it, some of them come out nice, while some don't. But I don't know, I just love to be creative. And I do feel like that is the best thing that I should do. Creating amazing eyeshadow looks. When I'm not doing makeup, just, for creating sake, just to create eyeshadows and show you guys how to create them. I do feel like maybe you guys will be interested in seeing those things on my channel. I don't know, but I think I will, because I just have to do it, just because I will do it. Yeah, because my hands are scratching me. My hands are scratching me. I've not been creating eyeshadows like for the longest, but I have to start now. Okay, guys, so moving on, I just lined the eyes, like after my adding my pigment. But anyhow, this pigment is not bad actually. So this my eyeshadow palette that has the pigment on it, like the pigment sticks and glides on the face without any glue. Like this is just an eyeshadow, a pigmented eyeshadow, like eyeshadow that have all this shimmery effect. That is just what I place on the face. It's not like I added extra pigment. Oh no, it's just an eyeshadow. It's in an eyeshadow palette, and the pigment looks nice. It's actually a very good eyeshadow palette, so that's why. And my client has a very tiny eyes as well, so the thing is not looking somehow a little bit, but when she closes her eyes you realize that the thing is so nice. So off camera I fixed her lashes, and I'm beginning to dust out the excess powder on her face, and like I'm just blending. Now when I'm done dusting out, I'm using my powder brush to like run through her face. This my Anambra state tone is disturbing my life. The fact I have to say blush, Jesus Christ. Please, you guys should not mind me. You know how I am from Anambra, and R and L is a problem for us. So guys, moving on, I have to add my blush to the cheeks, and like I have to blend it and make sure everything is okay. So she has acne. Why am I adding cheek glaze? I mean, she's going for her graduation. It's summer, everywhere is very sunny, so I shouldn't be adding cheek glaze. It's me looking for trouble. So after that I used my spray. I sprayed on her face, and like, yeah, dried it up with my fan, and then get ready for the lips. So I'm using a very dark brown shade. Just, I think I should have fast forward these lips. It should be fast, very very fast, because this video is very long, for crying out loud. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm just outlining the lips. Following her natural lip line. I'm just creating the outline. So it's very important for you to create an amazing lips combo. It's very very important, so yeah, I'm doing that, and I'm outlining the lips, like I said, following her natural line, and equally the down part of the lips. So the lip stain I'm using is from Merak Cosmetics. Oh no, yeah, from Merak Cosmetics. I just, when I'm doing voiceover, I don't know, there's a voice in my head that is speaking to me. I don't know, honestly, a voice is talking to me in my head. So that's why sometimes if I'm speaking, it will be as if I pause, because somebody's talking to me in my head, which I don't know who. I have no idea. There's this spirit in my head that is speaking, and it tells me what to say at some points, and if I don't listen, it will keep talking and distracting me. I don't know the voice in my head that is speaking to me. So he said something, that's why I said, oh no. Okay guys, so moving on, I just added this lip stain. It's from Colouredraine. Is a very nice, in fact this particular shade, I don't know, I love it so much. If I'm creating lips and I've not added it, just know that maybe I'm not feeling okay. I think I should stop adding it, because like I add it to almost everything, and oh no, but it looks amazing, it looks nice. I don't know why. I love the warmth that it gives to my lip stains. Whenever I'm creating lip stain on myself, whenever I'm creating any lips on myself, like you see that I always add that particular orange shade. It's always looking good. Like when I add it and then I want to like add a nude shade, like it gives it this warmth, because sometimes I don't like nude shades just being nude, dry, nude, matte, nude. I love it when I add nude shade and have a touch of that orange effect that will give it warmth, and then I add my gloss. It makes more sense to me. I mean, it could not be making sense to everybody, but just to me. So sometimes I just think about how I see it. And when it's on my lips, like I prefer it that way. But like I said again, I'm going to make adjustments. I'll stop always adding that shade. But I love how it comes out. I love the outcome. I love the shade. I love how burgundy it is. I just love it. I just love it anyway. So guys, can you see the lip? Now look at the lips I'm talking about. Look at it. Can you see? It looks so nice in my eyes. I don't know for you guys, but it looks so nice in my eyes. So after that, I added my glow. Of course, I can't add too much glow on her face because like she have this, glow makes it very obvious for you to see like acne. So after that, I added my Soap Pro. Yeah, Soap Pro is something that I have to add a lot on her face, and then I asked her to do like release her face, and she did. And okay guys, so this is the end of the video. Yeah, so everything is looking nice, everything is looking amazing. My client looks amazing and beautiful, and I'm so happy. This is a proud me, and my client was so happy. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching my videos, and please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Put on your post notifications because I'm going to be posting more. Bye.